So, hey everyone, I'm Tom, and with me is Rob, who's probably over that way unless we completely screwed all this up, which, hey,
We
is
might have.
entirely likely and possible. And welcome to the Tom and Rob Show. We have a name this week.
We do.
Not only do we have a name, but we have video. I mean, it's like
We just escalated quickly.
I mean, we went, we have a show. We have no idea what we're going to call it. And then the next week we have a name and we have video. And now you get to see my ugly mug with my crummy beard.
Oh, you're rocking a beard. Oh, yeah, you are rocking
Yeah,
a beard.
yeah, I have shaved not at all month. And so for everyone back home, so like you can see here, this is a month of me not shaving. A month. I'm sorry. It's horrible. This is a month.
This is, I think, 2.5 months, which probably isn't a lot for anybody, but whatever. It's growing and strong. That's what matters.
It's more than I can say. But yeah, so since we talked last week, I started playing a game.
Okay.
I started playing a game. Well, actually, I started playing 2 games. The second game we'll talk about later. But the first game is I went back to Skyrim.
Did you?
Yep, I went back to Skyrim.
Okay.
Partially because everybody was, a lot of the people on my Steam feed are playing Skyrim Remastered. And I was like, I already own this game and I can play it at Ultra. Why do they need $40 more from me?
Wait, it's $40 for the remaster?
Yeah, I mean, last time I checked, it was $40 for the remaster on Steam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is on console. I mean, the console plebs probably are paying the full 60.
Console plebs.
Yeah, like I honestly, sorry, console people. I'm a console gamer too. It's really easy to just like jump on console players and just be like, ha ha ha, you have to pay the console tax,
The console tax. You have to pay full. Ha ha.
But yeah, it's looking right now $39.99 on Steam. Now that said, hey, anybody out there, if you want to gift it to me on Steam, I'll gladly accept it. But I'm playing through the original version.
I'm gonna be completely honest right now, okay? And I know you're gonna feel some type of way, and then everyone who's listening is gonna be like, "What, dude? I've never played Skyrim."
I mean, hey, that's fine.
Okay, all right. I thought I was gonna get a little backlash for that, but
no. Like honestly, I prior to Skyrim, I did not like the Elder Scrolls games. Like they weren't for me. I tried playing Morrowind, I tried playing Oblivion, and it's just, like they're very good games. Don't get me wrong. They are some amazing games, but I just didn't care, because it's like with Morrowind, the story hook was not really much of a hook. And then with Oblivion, I just didn't care after Patrick Stewart died. Spoiler. But for Skyrim, for some reason, it really just worked for me, and I really just enjoyed it, and I just dove right into it.
I know a lot of people they get really emotional with their character in Skyrim.
I got really emotional with my character in Skyrim. Yeah, last night.
How emotional? Like a scale of 1 to 10. Like how emotional?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10 of I'm stopping playing that character because I personally find myself unable to live with a decision I made. Like I went into it and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this thing, and I'm gonna live with it. And then I did it, and I was like, I can't forgive myself.
I regret it.
I regretted it immediately, and I was just I not just regretted it immediately, but like I quit the game. I shut it right down, and I was just like, I went out and I talked with Misty, and I was like, oh my god, I did this thing and I don't know that I can continue on. And she was like, chill out, it's just a game.
So any decision you make in the game, like this is like a whole new world for me, guys. All right. So any decision you make in the game that pretty much sets, I guess, your character to a certain path, then like you can't redo it or something. Or
this is me just putting my own morals into the character.
Oh,
because it's
you're like, okay,
yeah, like this is me. But like honestly, like the change that I made, like made a visible change on the game world.
Okay.
And I didn't like that change. And it's just like I didn't realize until I had made that decision how wrong I was. This was like the Brexit vote. It's like I couldn't go back on it.
It's
Like
like
I was all like, oh,
afterwards.
this is gonna be cool and it's not gonna have any actual consequences. And then there were consequences, and I was like,
It's like one of those things
but
you got off the
no,
game.
undo, Control Z, Control Z. But it just you can't control Z a decision like this.
Oh man.
So I'm probably gonna start over again.
That's that's funny.
But but honestly, like talking about Skyrim is really a good kind of segue into our topic for this week, which is remasters. And honestly, it's like you love them or you hate them, but this generation of consoles has really kind of been defined by the remaster.
They're making a comeback.
They are, and it's like, why? I mean, Sony threw us with Last of Us, and like to some extent that kind of makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Last of Us came out at the like absolute end of the PlayStation 3 generation.
So yeah, that made sense to remaster that.
Yeah, it did. But at the same time, it's like we're looking at it and it's just like, I mean, we have, the Uncharted games got a remaster. The Ezio trilogy just recently came out, the Master Chief collection. And then, Skyrim, which we were just talking about, and the much maligned Modern Warfare remaster as a pre-order bonus for Infinite Warfare. And it's like, why do we have all these remasters coming out?
I don't know, a lot of people, I like to think of I have a feeling that games are becoming too much alike and it's losing people. It's losing. So a lot of people are just wishing that a lot of these games were, just like the old ones or something, but back in the day, all these games that were coming out that they enjoyed, they were like, oh, we want change. It's just the same, reskinned, all this other stuff. But it's kind of how things are flip-flopping right now. Back in the day, everyone wanted change. They wanted new things. They wanted to, obviously, with the new consoles, these developers can go above and beyond now and do things that they weren't able to do on the older, consoles. But now people don't want all these newer changes. They want all the old stuff. It's like sometimes, I don't know, maybe the developers are just kind of running out of ideas. They try to make something different, or they're just...
For one, it's not... The developers are not running out of ideas. This is something I've wanted to talk about for a while, but I've just never actually got around to like talking about it. But there are no lack of ideas in the video game industry by virtue of the fact that everybody has ideas. Like, I'm sure, Rob, you have an idea for a game. My wife has an idea for a game that she wants me to make. Dude, the guy who sold me my car spent probably 10 minutes laying out his idea for a game. And like, dude who sold me my car, if you're out there watching, I'm going to tell you this now because I'm not at your car dealership right now and I'm not trying to get a deal on a nice Subaru, but your game sucked.
Oh, it was that bad, huh?
Like, dude, your game was horrible. You should feel bad. But no, it's like, it was just, he basically was all like, imagine Call of Duty if like you did a thing from another game. And I was just like thinking to myself, like, you mean that other game that's like Call of Duty, but with jetpacks? Like, I mean, it's just, and I was just like, yeah, that's really awesome. Here's my card. Email me, But
wow.
Yeah. So it's just like there are people out there with ideas and there are people out there with some great ideas, but it's just like part of this is probably a budget thing too. I mean, like the video game industry or really any industry, it's like, especially looking at, Hollywood, they're all risk averse. They want to make the most amount of money for the lowest amount of upfront cost. So it's like part of why, we've got a half dozen Marvel movies every year. I mean, I don't know what Civil War costs to make, but they're going to make $1 billion off of it in overall worldwide ticket sales. So why not just make a bunch of Civil Wars, you know, and a bunch of Spider-Mans, and a bunch of Iron Man movies? You know,
Yeah.
so it's like with games, we have this idea where it's, you know, this game sold well in the past, right? You know, it's like looking at Modern Warfare. I mean, Modern Warfare was a huge game. Like, it wasn't the hugest, but it was big.
It was, yep.
You know, and it's just, could it be big again? You know, and especially in the case of like Infinite Warfare, it's like, you know, hey, this is kind of a big departure for the series. We don't know how this is going to be received. Can we kind of drum up more sales by putting this in as a pre-order bonus?
Yeah, I mean that's what Call of Duty did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, were you even listening? I just said, you know, so it's, you know, like, yeah.
I mean, I think some also remasters are kind of just to save their ass of some other games too, or just try to, obviously, like you said, pull in more sales, you know, just to try to keep them on top of things. So I don't know. That's just what I think. I just think they try to grab everyone's attention again. You know, the people that were, you know, there when you know those games were released, and then they try to, you know, grab the newer generation to try to get to those games. So they kind of, like you said, just pull in more sales and just go from there pretty much, and see if it works, see if it's something that people like.
Well, you did touch on an interesting thing there, especially with bringing in the older generations. And it's like, something that's really interesting too, when you think about it, is, you know, games from 20 years ago, it's not difficult to bring them back in a way. Like, because I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I still have my Super Nintendo, my Nintendo in a box at my mom's house. And whenever I go to visit, I break it out and I can play Mario or Zelda or whatever. But if I want to go back and play Modern Warfare, like, yeah, I can just re-download the game on Steam and play through the single player campaign, no problem. But finding an online match is going to be an issue. And while the online for me doesn't really matter because I don't really care
He's a
about
campaign
that, because
guy.
that's, yeah, I'm a campaign guy, you know. But a lot of that game is in the multiplayer, and like, I'll admit, I played the Modern Warfare multiplayer and I enjoyed it for a time before I moved on to something else. But, you know, you kind of need a remaster to bring back that online experience, because it's like, when an
Yeah.
online game is gone, it's gone. You know, there's no bringing it back. Like, a very good example of this is, you know, like Star Wars Galaxies. I mean, they shut that down, you know, and even before they even shut it down, they changed the game so much that its core player base didn't even recognize it. But we're getting off topic here. So it's just like, the idea of a remaster bringing it back for the for a new audience that didn't get to experience it the first time around, like, there's some merit there, especially in the
Yeah.
online stuff. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, like, part of me also thought, you know, is this like a sales thing, right? Like, is this just a way of, you know, to try and help move or move the current generation of hardware, or is this like, you know, is this a way to like kind of artificially inflate the existing games library? And then so I had to look this up, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a facts guy. And the best numbers I could get come from January of this year. So they're almost a year old at this point. So the numbers are definitely, hopefully, bigger by a decent margin. But the PlayStation 4, as of January of 2016, had sold 36 million units worldwide. That's
That's a
not a
lot.
small amount of consoles,
Yeah.
you know. And then the best estimates put the Xbox One at about 20 million over the same time frame. Not gonna lie, I'm an Xbox guy, so I'm a little sad that Xbox is getting beaten this time around. But hey, it happens. You know, so it's like, it's obviously, it's not, you know, just a matter of sales. You know, it's just like, because I'll be honest, I'm really kind of upset by all the remasters, because the dev time that's being taken to bring a game from potentially an older version of an engine or an entirely different engine into a modern one is, I mean, it's no small feat. It's not like, you can't just flip a switch and all of a sudden take a game from the Xbox 360 era and it's an Xbox One game.
Mm-hmm. So
Like,
you're just thinking they're kind of like wasting like valuable time that they could be making newer like AAA games than bringing back the old.
yeah, kind of. I mean, it's like, one of the things too is EA has so far not gotten on the bandwagon for remasters. Peter Moore said a few months ago, and I got a direct quote from here on this. Of course, my computer picks this moment to go to screensaver. But this is Peter Moore speaking. We're a company that is focusing on delivering for the future. And that is something I can get behind. Of course, now, and this was, I believe this quote came from August. Now in November, EA is starting to apparently soften to the idea of doing remasters, but only if like there's a big enough market for it. But it's just, that's the attitude we should have. And like, the endless sequel thing, whatever, we're not going to finish that. I mean, that's been going on since the beginning. I mean, it's like we had Super Mario Brothers 1, we had Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 in the US before we even moved into Super Nintendo. And that's not even that's leaving out Super Mario Land 1 and 2 on the Game Boy, and but sequels are going to happen. But every console generation, we kind of move forward. We do new things. We come up with new games, occasionally even new franchises, and it's just, why is it that EA of all companies is the one who's figured this out? Because like, I'm just gonna, take this moment, like, EA, I love you. Keep doing this thing. Keep coming up with new stuff. It is great and wonderful, and we love you for it. Everyone else, take a page from EA's book. This is possibly one of the few times I will ever say this, and like, do cool new things. Please.
He's sitting there like begging, just please.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have friends who work at EA, so it's like, there's a lot of really awesome, talented people there. I mean, but at the same time, there's a lot of really awesome, talented people at Activision and
you're right.
Ubisoft and Devolver Digital. Well, I shouldn't put Devolver Digital in that group because they're doing really interesting new things. But, it's just like, we need to get off this tangent. It's
I could back you. I could back you on that. After like hearing you actually say that, because I was really always big into kind of like bringing back what we experience, and then we're just not used to all this new stuff. But I can see what you're saying, and kind of just like let the nostalgia be back there, so when if we actually do want to play that, we have to break out the old console and hook it up, and then that's the nostalgia right there, instead of just firing up your PS4 or Xbox One. You can just, oh, cool, let me just go play it now with a full online. It's cool to have it, but I can 100% see what you're saying about that, when we should just worry about continuing to go step out of the boundaries and create something that none of us have seen before, because we also have the newer consoles like the PS4 Pro and stuff like that, and all these other things, and we have more hardware to work with now for games, and it's so they can do more things in games with all of this new hardware that they never had 15, even 12, 10 years ago. It's, so I can see what you're saying.
When they announced the PlayStation 4 and they gave out all of its technical specs, I was actually I was in a game art class, and my teacher he's mostly a technical artist. He's a great dude. Not going to name names here, but we had a code name for him. We called him Tony Hawk. I don't know why we called him Tony Hawk, but that was his nickname.
It's kind of awesome though.
Yeah. And the most interesting thing for him on the new consoles, looking at the PS4 and the Xbox One, was the additional memory, because
Mhm.
a lot of game textures get handled by the RAM. And so it's just the possibility of having, because I believe the Xbox 360 only had like 512 megabytes of RAM, and they
Yeah.
went from that to like 8 gigs.
Yep.
And it's just like all of a sudden, instead of having megabytes to handle texture data, they had gigabytes. And just being able to take textures from like 512 by 512 targas and being able to bump those up to 2048 by 2048, depending on the thing, because obviously you're not going to need giant textures for everything.
Yeah.
But it's just it opened up this huge realm of possibility. And what are we using this possibility for? We're putting out the BioShock collection. Like, don't get me wrong, BioShock is a great series.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are some really great games, but it's not like so far in the past that we need to like go back over it. It's not like we need, it's not Citizen Kane here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that said though, like don't ever remake Citizen Kane. Like I'd go see it in theaters, even though I don't like the film, but it's very important, but it should never be remade. But yeah, it's just like we need to, not we, but like, well, we as the consumer definitely need to stop buying remasters.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we're enabling the publishers to essentially just kind of scam us out of more money.
No, that's what it is. They see the feedback. Everyone's like, oh wow, people are spending all this money on remasters. Let's just keep making them then. It's easy, It's like instead of
Well, the funny thing is that so many of these people will be like, man, I wish they'd make new games like this, and then they buy the remaster when the remaster is directly stopping them from making the new game.
Absolutely, 100%.
So it's like this self-defeating thing, But whatever, man. My hot take on this is just I'm as much as like I want to love remasters, and like I can't honestly say that like if a Mass Effect remaster came out that I wouldn't be first in line at midnight to pick it up. Like I can't in good conscience say that just because of how much I love those games. But I'm still just against them. As I said earlier, they stop developers from making new games, from trying new things, and helping to move us forward.
They do. I agree.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree. Like I always said, and they actually did it. Actually, I don't know if I want to talk about it now because it's actually it's for more the end of the show, but
okay.
So
then save it.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it right now.
I'm guessing it's what? It has to do with your arcade pick this week?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's your arcade pick. There's no more coin flips
this time. No coin. We could actually show the coin. You want to show the coin flip real quick?
No, we're not going to show the coin flip. But this is the coin. This is the actual coin that landed in my hand right here. I'm showing it on the camera.
So if you guys didn't believe him, because I didn't believe him. But
it's a dirty 1998 quarter. I sent Rob a picture of it to prove it.
He did.
So put that down the desk. Honestly, I'm thinking like, man, we covered all that really quick. So I guess this week's kind of a short one. So when Rob and I aren't recording this or doing whatever we do on a normal day, which for me usually involves slinging some coffee. I don't know what Rob does.
Same thing. Coffee.
Okay. He slings coffee. Okay.
I drink the coffee that he slings.
Not yet. Come to Milwaukee after I move. But so what we're going to do is we're going to add a new feature to the show. It's going to come into play more next week, but it's going to be the Game of the Month Club. And moving forward, at the beginning of every month, we're going to announce the game of that month. And so you guys can play along with us and email us your thoughts. You can tweet them to us, Instagram them, whatever. And we're going to have all that in the description below on how to get in touch with us and all that stuff. But this month, we were kind of doing it really quick and on a shoestring budget. So we had to find a game that both of us had. So I kind of unilaterally picked Portal 2. because he has it, I have it, and he's never played it. And the fact that he's never played Portal 2 just offends my soul.
It's not that I haven't played it. All right, I played I guess you want to say missions. They are missions, right? Like missions or whatnot, or whatever you go into to do all that, right? Right.
He's played missions, guys.
Well, I played okay, I want to say maybe like an hour of Portal 2, okay, with a friend, and it's not that it's a very good game. I'm not like bashing or anything. It's a very good game. I just I guess it just lost my attention after a while because I just get frustrated too easily with obviously some puzzles that I just couldn't figure out, because when I go into like a game like that, or puzzle games, like I think I'm good, I got this, I'm really good at games, and then it actually stumps me to the point where I'm sitting there for like a half hour and I'm just like, okay, this just needs to, you know what, I'm gonna shut it off.
Yeah,
before anything else just happens, I'm just gonna close it off, I'm just gonna play another game.
like I can understand that. But so, Game of the Month Club, we have one rule for Game of the Month Club, and that is that we both, no matter what the game, have to make an honest effort to beat it. So we don't have to beat it, we just have to like really actually try.
We don't even have to like it.
Yeah, we only have to like it, but we have to try.
So just try to play it.
Yeah, so like this is like saying, like let's assume, and this isn't going to happen, so don't get your hopes up. Let's just assume we picked, say, Dark Souls, right, as our game of the month, and this isn't going to happen. And this isn't like me saying this isn't going to happen, and it's going to happen. Like, it's not happening.
They'll watch all the people now. This is going to be the one point that everyone in the comments, you got to do it now. You got to play Dark Souls.
Like, this isn't like saying with Dark Souls, we get to the Asylum Demon and can't beat it, and we rage quit and we never go back to it again. No, we'd like actually have to beat the first boss. Like that, not that the Asylum Demon really counts as like the first boss, but you know what I mean. But we have to make an actual shot, and that's really it. That's our one rule. Yeah, which for me, like technically I don't even have to play it because I've already beaten Portal 2 like 3 times. But I'm beating it again because I love it. So yeah, Portal 2, if you guys want to play along with us, you want to give it a shot, if you've never played it before, definitely hop in, give it a shot, come play with us. We're what, the Thom and Rob Show at gmail.com?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and just remember that I spell my Thom with an H because I'm not lazy and take the H out of Thomas when I shorten it. But so email us, the Thom and Rob Show at gmail.com. You can and with your thoughts on it. I mean, hey, if you hate the game, you hate the game. That's cool. And next week we're going to talk about Portal 2. We'll take some reader questions, reader comments, reader dirty jokes. I don't know.
Anything.
Yeah, if you have dirty jokes, send them in too. That's cool too.
We love those.
Yeah, of course we do. Everybody loves a dirty
Absolutely.
joke. Maybe we'll read it on air. We probably won't if it's too dirty. Because we're trying to keep a clean show.
We're trying to.
We're trying. So far, we've been successful through 2 episodes.
Actually, I think I said ass this episode.
Yeah,
if you want to count that.
You can say that on network. You can say that on network television. That's
you can. You can. Okay.
Yeah, we're not like running an HBO show here. This is.
We're in the clear.
Yeah, like we are not like the Game of Thrones of gaming podcasts.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Yet,
but intriguing. That would. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below if you want us to be the Game of Thrones of gaming podcast. I can swear like no one else.
We'll cosplay too.
I mean, you will.
I will. Come on, man. You don't. I'll be Jon Snow.
That's fine. And like Jon Snow, you know nothing. But
okay.
Oh man. Yeah, you know what though? Somewhere in the future, your mom is watching this. She's laughing and she's just going, "Thom is right."
Probably everybody watching this, all my friends,
yeah,
my Twitter followers. It's just like, wow, he makes sense. Now I'm seeing Rob for who he is.
I think 2020 Tom Clancy, Rob Selig. No, you won't be old enough, so you can't be my running mate. You gotta be 35, bro. Sorry.
I know, man. Well, there you go. You have it. Mic
Yeah,
drop.
there you go.
Tom's running for president 2020.
Yeah, 2020. I probably will lose to Kanye in the primaries, but you know, hey,
If you lost to Kanye,
yeah. Let's pause for just one moment. Keep recording. I have to start a new video recording,
Okay.
and doing another quick thing. All right. Look, man.
Should I keep that in?
I mean, we can. You can totally keep that in. I'm just gonna have to figure this out for next time. But dude, if somebody loses to Kanye West, like I think that's just we should just be like Slash America. We're done.
Well, I mean, if you take, I mean, Kanye just canceled his tour like mid tour. He was just like, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore. So he might just do that, you know, when he's running for president. He's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, that'd be real fun. Hopefully he picks some. No, knowing him though, he'd pick like Mos Def or something like that to be his VP. No, in fact, Kanye, pick Mos Def for your VP, and then quit. Because I will totally get behind President Mos Def. Just saying.
Yeah, Mos Def would be sick.
Yeah, dude.
I would.
No, and then he'd
probably.
and then he'd probably appoint like Wiz Khalifa or like Dave Chappelle or somebody to be his vice.
Exactly. Well, isn't
yeah.
Isn't like I think Dwayne Johnson wants to run. And the dude who plays Hellboy also wants to. He just announced
Perlman,
that. Yeah. He's just announced that he's
I don't know what his platform is, but I can get behind The Rock.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't want him as president? You could just send him into countries to. Oh man, that's a bad damn.
And that's rough. The bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Oh man. Okay, anyways. that's enough politics for right now. All right, arcade. Last week we put in Halo Combat Evolved.
Yes.
What are you going? What do you propose to enshrine in our immortal arcade?
Okay. This is a game that started it all for me. It got me into gaming really hard. Like this is the one game that I was in school, and all I could think about is going home and playing this game. Like
I'm biting my lip so hard right now because I'm just waiting for you to say like Beanie Baby Adventure.
Why you gotta bring that up? We could leave that for another episode or something. Why you gotta bring up my Beanie Baby collection?
I didn't bring it up in the first one, man. That was your grace period.
Oh, that's rough. Now, man, all these people are just like, well, what's the Beanie Baby? You'll find out.
You'll find out in a later show, I'm sure.
Okay, but this game, it was like everything to me. I spent probably way too long. I didn't get good grades in school because of this game, just because of how much I enjoyed it. It's what brought the competitive side out of me. And I did mention it very briefly in last week's episode, and it is SOCOM2 for PS2.
All right, yeah.
That game to me, it's just something about it. Like even if I hear just the main menu, just the score of it, you know, just to listen to the theme music, it just makes me happy. Like I actually have it favorited on a tab, and sometimes I'll just go, you know, listen to it on loop because it was just so good. It just brought back so many like memories. It was just one of those multiplayers that was so well made, even though it was for a PS2 console.
Right.
It was so well made for online play. It was that was also the time where I met you know, like I used to make fun of my buddy for playing it, and he was just like, you know, making friends online, and then I got into it, and I made and met so many new friends and people who I'm actually still friends with today, and it just that's what started it all for me. And I think that game I could definitely never live without. It's one of those games that will always like actually like hold like a little spot in my heart, you know? It's like that's what started it for me. That's exactly what started it for me.
Like I'm gonna be honest here. I never played SOCOM2.
A lot of people
have. But I am remembering an absolutely hilarious commercial for it.
Really?
Yeah, SOCOM2, and it's with Jester, and the guys are like playing, and the one guy got distracted, like watching somebody like a beautiful woman at the pool or something like that, and they're all just like, Jester, what's going on, Jester? You know, and actually, as I freeze framed it here right now, there one of the kids has a poster for that All Your Base Are Belong to Us game, and it's Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks.
Oh man.
Oh, what? No way. The guy who plays Jester is, did you see Batman v Superman?
Yes.
Remember the dude with no legs that spoiler alert blows up Congress?
Yes.
It's him.
That's him? No, stop. He's Jester?
Oh my god. I'm linking this to you right now because you need it. You need this in your life.
You know what? I'm gonna link this down in the description below too. I'm linking everything. The email.
So there we are.
Anything we talk about will be in the description below.
Awesome. But yeah, so I'm just saying this right now. Like, I didn't play it, but based on this ad alone and your words, it's in. It's in. Yes. SOCOM2 joins Halo Combat Evolved. Next week it'll be my pick again. And if and when we ever have a guest on, they'll get a pick.
Yes, we may.
At which point, like, I am promising there will be a guest at some point. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying when. I'm not even going to say it's going to be soon.
Nope.
But a guest will happen.
Okay.
And they'll get a pick. Of course, we're just going to have to unilaterally, like, just tear it apart. But you know, like, honestly, like, I really want to get some random guest who's going to, like, come up with, like, something, like, completely ridiculous.
We can also get maybe some viewers on too at some point as a guest. See what you guys think too. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We could always. There would be some stipulations and rules. So, like, no swearing.
Yep.
No flaming. What else?
What else is bad?
No sucking.
Yeah, don't suck.
Obviously, you got to be good. And you got to be able to take a good-natured ribbing.
Wait, why am I on the show then?
Because the only thing you can't stand is when I make fun of your Beanie Baby
That's
obsession.
So messed up. I actually still have the official Beanie Baby members club card.
I know you told me before. The only reason I make fun of you on because the only other person that I knew who collected Beanie Babies was my little sister. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't have any. I had precisely 2. I had the shark because it was a shark. And I had the white tiger because me and it had the same birthday. And so it was just like, it was meant to be.
Listen, I went into it because I was, I may have been like 13 years old or however old when Beanie Babies were out. I was collecting for the future, you know. It was an investment of my parents' money.
I'm sure you were thinking about that when you were like 10 years old.
Absolutely. That's the reason behind it. Actually, I was looking the Princess Diana bear, which I did have, and the Club Bear. That's actually worth I think a good amount of money right now. And my Beanie Baby collection, though, they got washed away during Hurricane Sandy, so I no longer have it. But it's still, part of my. I just whacked my mic. It's still a part of my memories, though.
It's fine. The guys next door and like the appliance repair / sale shop have just started firing off their hydraulics. So You're probably going to pick up some people trying to lift a giant metal crate.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it in there. It'll sound like
this is wonderful. I can't wait to move to Milwaukee. Because, like, Milwaukee, I got, like right now, so this space, what you can see is, like, some crap, right? Like, so everyone listening, my wife and I are moving to Milwaukee next month. I'm going to be up there by after Christmas. There's probably going to be a couple weeks in December where we're either going to have to, like, delay the podcast or something. Or, like, we might miss a week because, it's like I'm down here in Florida. It's a 2-day drive up to Milwaukee. Like, because especially with our pets, I'm not doing that in one shot. It's just not happening.
You're gonna be like right by the lakes, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna be right by Lake Michigan again. Because before we lived down here in Florida, we lived in Chicago, which is also right there on Lake Michigan. So
that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it is gonna be nice. But I have like a nice room. It's a 3-bedroom apartment, and the back room is all mine. So I'm gonna like be able to do whatever I want to it. I'm gonna put up like a little bit of like some soundproofing foam. There's a couple like secret things that are going to go on in there too that are going to be super dope that I'll be able to talk about probably next year. Yeah.
Now we're all excited to hear.
I know, man. Like I actually yeah, next year. And I'm not talking like next year, like November next year. I'm talking like probably January, February-ish. Actually, right before we started recording the podcast, I was talking with somebody who's helping me out with that secret thing, going over stuff to like make it better. But yeah,
I think I can hear the hydraulics going off.
Yeah, I can hear them clearly through my headphones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've shared the secret thing with you, but you obviously can't talk about it.
Obviously.
The secret thing.
Obviously, secret things are secret. I'm really good at secrets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not 100%, but I think I did.
It was that thing. It was that thing you sent me. That thing I sent you. Yeah.
Yeah, so you did get the thing I sent you.
I did get the thing.
Okay.
Also, if you need help with this thing, I mean, it's, you know,
I understand, but I think like right now, a lot of the thing is gonna it's the thing is on me.
Yes.
So this is my thing.
Secret thing.
My secret thing that I can't.
Tom's
just
secret thing. He can't show anybody. It's secret.
No, I can't. It's well,
I
can show the world.
I had to swear to an oath actually upon seeing the secret thing.
I mean, now it just sounds like we're talking about like my penis or something.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's
yeah,
probably what everyone probably already thought.
I'm not showing the world my penis.
No, he's not.
Probably not.
He's not. No nudes are being leaked.
No. Of course, now somebody's gonna like hack my phone and they're gonna be all like hack Tom's phone. Here's a nude, and I'm gonna be like, whoa, that's not mine. That penis is obviously too large. Yeah. All right. On that note, we should probably end it.
Yeah, and end it right there, right on a good note. Perfect.
So, thank you all for watching. You actually get to watch, and of course, like the really dumb thing is like as I'm watching the camera right now, I realize that like I have totally screwed up our 180 rules.
Wait, oh, did you?
Yeah, totally did.
Whatever.
It's okay. Yeah, you're doing the cut, man. So I didn't screw anything up. Cut that part out. It's all Rob's fault. No.
It's all my fault, guys.
It is.
All mine.
No, but seriously though, thank you all for watching, especially our first video. And for those of you who tuned in 2 weeks in a row, that's also super great. And I'm also proposing, if we can, do a straight audio cut so we can continue to update the SoundCloud.
Yes.
For our followers there. So if you're listening on straight audio, awesome. You're great. You're still great. You were great last week. You'll be great this week. And I'm sure you'll be great next week.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then for the video people, thank you for looking at our ugly mugs. I tried to at least wear a really nice hat.
Same kind of. I'm wearing my own brand, so I'm just like self-promoting right now.
Wow. I'm not even so crazy to have my own brand.
And I just had to do this shameless self-promote, and even though I don't have a website or anything like that yet. Secrets.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the Thom and Rob show. I think this week our episode title is Remastered More Better.
That it is?
Yeah, I put it in the show notes. I can't show you the show notes.
You did. I have the show notes in front of me.
Show notes are secret.
I feel official actually right now.
Yeah. Well, I was going through like I used to run a podcast years and years ago, and I found a bunch of the old show notes.
Oh God.
And one of the ones was about it was after E3 2011, and I was like commenting that Aliens Colonial Marines was still a thing, and I was really hopeful that it would be good. Yeah, that turned out real well. But no, yeah. Oh man, I've got some great future sense.
It looks like it. You were hopeful, all right.
Yeah, all right. So using that as a reference, the big games I'm looking forward to next year are Mass Effect Andromeda and For Honor. So they're probably going to be horrible.
I don't say that because I'm looking forward to For Honor too.
For Honor will not be horrible.
No, absolutely. It better not be.
No,
I tried getting the beta. I couldn't get in the beta because I really wanted to
I
play.
played it.
But,
It's really good. It's really
soon.
good.
I can't wait.
I know.
I cannot wait.
All right. So see you all next week where we're going to talk more in depth about Portal 2. Rob, at some point between now and then, the two of us should probably get together and play some of the co-op together.
That should be a thing.
Yeah, that should be a thing. And to all you people at home, play Portal 2.
Yeah.
Email us and tweet us your thoughts.
Descriptions will be in below.
Mm-hmm.
Email us anything. Any ideas that you have, or just let us know.
Not anything. We don't want dick pics.
We don't want
No. But like we'll take other cool stuff.
Questions,
comments, dirty
about
jokes.
Us. Yeah, dirty jokes.
Dirty jokes. Joe Biden memes, those are great.
Oh, those are the best. I love those. I hope they never go away.
They probably will go away.
They probably will. Did you see the one though when he's just like sitting in front of Obama and he has his hand right there, and then the next picture he just like drew on his hand like a little face. That's great. I like
laughing. The one where he's like, I changed out all the doorknobs in the White House with super big ones.
I just lost my headset.
Joe Biden. Gotta love that guy. He's the best. All right. Everyone have a great week. We'll see you next time. I'm Thom.
I'm Rob.
He's Rob.
I'm Rob.
And this is the Thom and Rob Show. Have a good week.
Later, guys.